Welcome to this Tiger P replay on Stalingrad. I'm playing the Tiger P here and I'm platooned up with Black Gold Saw in the LTG. And I recently bought back the Tiger P because I need to go down the VK line basically to get the mouse. And even though this tank, arguably from the feedback of the community, is not really that good, I had quite fond memories of it for some reason, because when I played it back when it was introduced, I ended up with like a 61% win ratio in this thing, and I really don't remember this thing being as atrocious as most people actually claim it to be. Sure, the armor has the weak spots on the front, on the cheeks, left and right here and there, if you angle it wrongly, but if you angle it effectively, you can actually get some bounces on this tank, even on the turret. So yeah, I bought it back and I'm just slowly grinding my way up, doing my daily double stat kind of thing. And on Stalingrad I like to go to this position at the start to try and get some shots into enemies. I pre-select the premium ammo here because I'm up against all kinds of relatively super heavies, and that VK, for instance, even on the weak spots, has got more armor, more effective armor than I have got penetration. I think the minimum armor on that thing is like 220, and my gun's penetration is 202. So yeah, not going to happen. Not going to shoot regular ammo at him. The super Pershing shows up, so I have to waste shots into him. Yeah, 2-3 penetration on the standard ammo, and 237 on the premium. So it's not like the premium ammo is completely overpowered. As you can see, I did manage to bounce a shot off the turret, and that's what I mean. You just poke, but you keep moving and you angle. He actually managed to snap. Oh, he actually overmatched the roof of my turret. Interesting. Didn't know he could do that. Something I have to probably remember. I thought he hit my cupola there. But yeah, just keep moving in this tank and keep rotating the turret, and then a lot of the times you're actually fine, even with the hull. I tend to, instead of exposing the complete hull, what I tend to do is to come around the corner and basically only expose the front half of the turret from the light at the front onwards, basically. And then you can definitely get bounces if you angle it like that and basically bait shots. Obviously, if you come up against a really good player that knows when to hold their fire, that won't work. But against a lot of people, that is actually surprisingly effective. Obviously, straight on this armor is not really that effective because most people know the weak spot. But you have to be a little bit creative. And what I tend to do is I employ the same kind of angling that I would on the KV4, so sort of a 45-degree kind of angle towards the enemy, but I don't give them my road wheel like I would on the KV4, because lots of people tend to in the KV4 shoot you in the road wheel even when you angle 45 degrees and think it will penetrate, but that's when the armor is pretty much strongest on the KV4, which is actually quite hilarious. I am still using premium ammo on this guy. That's just the way of wargaming's balancing in this game nowadays. I remember, I think 2 years ago, they were thinking of introducing this VK line into the game. And back then Wargaming said, yeah, we're not introducing this line into the game because it would be bad for the game to have these kinds of tanks in, and then suddenly a year later it's fine to introduce them and it's not bad for the game anymore. In other words, Wargaming's sense of greed won again over their proper balancing, like it always does with tanks like the Defender and the whole Japanese line and the overbuffing of the mouse. It's just, I mean, a tank like this, like that VK there, would be tier 9 back in the days, and that is where it actually belongs. It has no place on tier 8 in terms of armor, and the mouse has no place in tier 10 with that armor. That's actually tier 12 with that armor. It's just retarded. It's just so bad for the game. But yeah, obviously I need to grind that thing because the mouses and Type 5 heavies are pretty much compulsory nowadays in Clanwars. We're playing the campaign at this moment. I don't have the Type 5 and I don't have the mouse, so if any time a super heavy setup is picked for a city brawl, I basically can't play because I don't have the tanks. I have the E100, which used to be one of the mainstays in Clanwars, but nowadays the Type 5 does everything the E100 does and better. So yeah, saddled me. So I bought back the Tiger P, and I am going to just grind my way through. This light tank disappearing when in plain view is also pretty nice spotting mechanics, but yeah. The new tier 8 French heavy that's coming up, or the new tier 8 French heavy tank line that's coming up, I'm actually going to skip through the AMX M4 for a second time. I played it a couple of matches to get to the AMX 100, but it's an atrocious tank. It's so incredibly bad. It has no redeeming features. At least this Tiger P has somewhat effective armor, but the AMX M4 has neither. Just keeping this thing angled. This guy obviously knows where to shoot, so I'm not, and he has a TD gun, so I'm not going to bounce any shots of his. So yeah, I'm just going forward, taking a shot on the chin and finishing him off. But yeah, like I was saying, the AMX M445 I will skip through, but this thing I will actually grind because it's not that bad. I've played far worse tanks than this, so yeah, I quite actually enjoy playing the Tiger P again. It's quite a fun tank, and this was my first new ace tanker in it basically. And now we're just chasing down this AMX 1375, who's wasting everyone's time, is wasting the universe's time by just driving around like an idiot. He's never going to win. So it's just a matter of us catching him basically. And it's just a little bit annoying when people do this. Usually there's also one of these guys hiding at the back of the map just to be annoying. But yeah, a Yak Panther was able to fend the AMX 1375 off the first time, put a nice shot into him, but now he's unfortunately got caught with the back to the AMX, and I'm just trying to pre-aim, but he gets killed. So yeah, let's take a look at the results. So here we go, ace tanker and high caliber. We managed to do 3,600 damage for a combined base total of 1,269 XP. Our team itself, this guy actually did quite alright as well in an AMX M4, which is very surprising. This AMX 1375 actually didn't do too bad. Rest of the team, bottom half did so-so. Top half did do quite a lot of work, so that's good. Obviously we made a pretty substantial loss, but then again, due to Wargaming's glorious balance, we had to shoot a lot of premium ammo to actually chew through that VK, unfortunately. 24 shots fired, 17 hits, 15 penetrations. Not much assistance damage, ginormous loss even with battle payments on. I mean, yeah, but you have to just get used to that. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the replay. If you did, feel free to rate it, subscribe to the channel, and see you guys next time.